So LD tank bag, test number 1. Can it stay attached at highway speeds? Don't appear to have any lift at all at the front. Seems to be holding well. One thing I am noticing, I seem to be copping a bit more wind. I'd say it's coming off the front of the bag here and copping me fair and square in the face. Definitely, that's definitely what it is. So can it stay attached at highway speeds? So far so good. Got the strap flapping around a little, which is kind of distracting, but then again my keys are flapping around a little too. So initial test, 100 kilometers, slightly over if you're paying attention. 100 kilometers, no problem, stays attached just nicely. There's definitely some additional buffeting when you're riding with this tank bag. I definitely feel, you know, it's a bit, I'd say, not unstable, but just, yeah, I can feel it. I think I am starting to get a tiny lift on the front of it there. But then again, I wasn't really sure what to do with that strap. So LD tank bag, is it uncomfortable to ride with? Well, not on this bike, because, you know, I'm upright anyway. It's a naked bike. Sports bike, maybe, when you're hunched down. It is tapered back towards your stomach here, but, you know, on this I can feel it touching my stomach as it sort of hangs, because of where I have to position it. It does hang slightly over the back of the tank. So does it upset your riding position? No. So a couple of important things when you're deciding on a tank bag. There's basically 2 types, the magnetic sort, which is what this is, and the ones that attach permanently. So the ones that attach permanently, you know, generally have a little bracket that goes on your on your fuel filler and clips into that. The magnetic ones just have these big ass magnets. So one thing you've got to be careful of when you're purchasing a magnetic tank bag is to make sure that you have a steel tank, because if you've got aluminium or plastic, the magnets aren't going to work. And I'm not even sure how they'd go, you know, Ducati style with the plastic covers on top. Well, they're a plastic tank underneath, so that's going to completely fail, isn't it? First thing is you've got to make sure that you're going to have you have got a metal tank, or it's just not going to work. You're going to have to get the one that has a permanent fixing on the bike that the bag attaches to. The other thing is size. You've got to be a little bit careful. You don't want anything too big. You know, you can imagine, like, this is, I think they say this is 18 litres. That's probably, you know, with it all puffed out. And it's probably about a 12 to 15 litre size just sitting here. So, you know, you've got to remember that you don't want this giant bag up in front of you, especially, you know, if you've got a sports bike clip-ons and your head's down here, you don't want a bloody bag up under your chin. So don't get anything too big. At the same time, you know, if you get something too small, it's probably not much better than an extra pocket. So you've got to try and find that happy medium that'll fit your bike. And the third thing is style. No matter what you do, these things look ugly as all shit. They just look like you've got this ridiculous growth on top of your tank, and, you know, it's not pretty. It's not aesthetically pleasing for a motorcycle to have a tank bag attached, but it's practical. Well, I don't know. I'm testing the practicality of. I've never had a tank bag. I've always used backpacks, so it will be interesting to see what I think of it. I see advantages and disadvantages. However, this particular Aldi brand tank bag can also be used as a backpack. So yes, it has both covered, bag and backpack, in one. It's a 2-for-1 deal. You might notice this particular bag has a spot to put your phone in. You might also notice that I don't have my phone in it. The reason I don't have my phone in it is because, and I had no idea if this thing was going to stay on. I had visions of it just flying off, smacking me in the face, and me hoping for the best after that. So now that it has stayed on, tonight on the way home I might test the whole phone in there thing. I don't know how that'll work, but we'll try it out. For the purposes of YouTube reviews, I will risk my phone in this tank bag. So, of course, one of the main purposes of your tank bag is to put stuff in it. And, of course, what we really want to know is, does it mean I can now easily go through the drive-through? We're about to find out. I've got a hankering for some breakfast. This will either be incredibly easy or incredibly difficult. I'm going to go with somewhere in between. So next test, can you drive through? So first test, can I operate the zip? Looks good. Can I have 2 bacon and egg muffins, thanks? That's all. Can I unzip? Yes, I can get the money. Thank you. So I can easily use the zips with gloved hand, which is vitally important. Now we have, as you can see, we have a lovely large opening for my bacon and egg muffin. Thank you. So can you drive through? It's a definite yes. Zip this back shut. And yes, you can drive through with a tank bag. So that was incredibly painless. I am now a tank bag convert, purely because it has given me the ability to easily go to the drive-through. I don't know how you go with a shake or something. Maybe I need a cup holder. So can you drive through? Oh, hell yeah. And it's awesome. So one thing I've noticed is that the little screen here is fogging up. So I guess if you're going to put hot food in your tank bag, be aware that the heat has to go somewhere. So the oldie tank bag, today I got my phone in here. It's got this nice little pocket. What you can see is I can push the button to my phone, but I can't actually use the touch screen with gloves on, so that's a bit of a downer. I did notice without gloves on, through the plastic, it works fine. I thought maybe these gloves would work, but no. So if you wear gloves, you won't be able to use your phone. Music control works. So yes, pause that. So you can use it without gloves. So if you're not a glove wearer, you're fine. If you are a glove wearer, it's no good to you. So there you have it, the oldie tank bag. I think it's a wonderful thing. As a tank bag, yes. As a backpack, not so. So if you're in the market for one, depending on stock and availability, they can be had quite cheap. This one, I picked up well after the sales were finished for a mere 30 bucks. So I think that's a fairly good bargain.